Hello everyone, how are you all? Okay, so let us start with our discussion. We had a very good sessions in the last two discussion where we learned about the accrual concept in detail, and now I am going to give you one question that will cover your accrual concept in a more higher level way. Okay, that is the highest level of difficulty which can come into the accrual. But before jumping to that question, I would like you to explain that how what is the concept behind the accrual, why we do the accruals, and why that accruals are helpful in the fair presentation of your accounts. So basically, every period, for example, if I'm talking about year 2023. So for the year 2023, if I put all the expenses which are 2023 against all the revenue of 2023, then only I can get the actual profit, which should be the business profit of the company, right? So basically, that is the major reason we need to match the revenue with the expenses. That is the matching concept of the accounts. Accounts works on the matching concept, matching principle. So matching principle says the current year profit should be equated against the current year losses, or I would say the current year revenue should be equated against the current year expenses so that we can get the exact amount of profit and loss out of it. So that is the your major reason with respect to your accrual. So that is not the case that this is done for making the things complicated, but this is done to make the things easier and a better judgment can be made who is the reader of the financial statements. So if I look to a company's financial statement, I should know the clear picture out of it. That is the reason behind the accruals. So whichever things which are relevant to the current year, that will be considered. Whichever things which are relevant to the previous year, that will be excluded because it has to be considered in the previous year itself. And whichever things which are happening in the current year but belongs to next year will be removed from the current year and will be considered in the next year itself. That is the concept behind the whole scenario of accrual, or I would say the outstanding, or I would say the prepaid. Okay, this is the whole scenario. Give me a thumbs up if you understood that. Okay, now let's go to the question which I was talking about that I will give you. Example 1. A coaching center was analyzing its fee receipts for year 2023. Find out what amount of fees should be considered in year 2023 as revenue. What should be the fees that should be considered in the 2023 as revenue? Okay, what information they have given? First information, total fees received rupees 1 lakh. How much is the fees received? That is 1 lakh. 1 lakh is the fees received. Now I don't know which belongs to 2023, which does not belongs to 2023. That I need to find out from the other information given as well. Second, out of total received, out of total received, rupees 10,000 was due in 2022 but received in 2023. That is the first information given. Next information. Rupees 40,000 is yet due to be received for year 2023. Rupees 40,000 is yet to be received for year 2023. That is the next adjustment given. Now, the adjustment just after it. Rupees 25,000 was received in advance in year 2022 itself, but it pertains to 2023. And last adjustment. So too many adjustments. Can we do this? Yes, you have to try it first and then I will explain you. Okay. Last adjustment. Rupees 15,000 was received in advance in year 2023. However, it relates to 2024. These are the 4 adjustments which you have to work on. Okay. So there was a coaching center who was analyzing the receipts for year 2023. You have to find out what amount of fees should be considered as a revenue in 2023. We have the below 5 adjustments which is given. Now try to calculate it fast. I have given you total 5 minutes to this. Come on, try everyone. I've got some answers. That is good. Others also, please try fast. Last 2 minutes. Okay, everyone, let's try it now. What the information is given, they have given us that the fees has been received. How much? 1 lakh rupees. Okay, that will be the starting point. Let's do it. Those who have not understood, no problem. I will give you one more question. You can try that. But first, understand this one. Total fees received in 2023, that is rupees 1 lakh. That is the starting point of my question. Now let's go to the second information. They are saying that out of the total received, that is out of the total 1 lakh. Okay. Out of the total 1 lakh, 10,000 was due in year 2022, but received in 2023. So there is 90,000, which is others. But in this, there is 10,000 rupees, which was due from 2022. So my question to all of you is whether this is an income of 2022 or 2023. Answer would be it is an income of 2022. So shall we include this is into the 1 lakh rupees? The answer is no. So I will reduce the opening outstanding fees. This is of 2022. So this will be reduced. That is 10,000 rupees will be reduced because it does not pertain to year 2023. Am I clear, everyone? Any doubt? Any doubt? Okay, great. That was your first adjustments. Let's go to the second one. Second one is saying here that rupees 40,000 is yet to be received for year 2023. Okay, rupees 40,000 is yet to be received for the year 2023. So obviously it belongs to 2023, but it is not included in this 1 lakh because this 1 lakh represents what? Only the fees which is received. This is only the fees which is received. So this 40,000 would not be included right now in this 1 lakh, but as it belongs to year 2023, so we will include it for our accrual purposes. So we will add the closing outstanding. Why we are saying outstanding? Because it is not yet received fees for current year, that is 2023, rupees 40,000. So if you want to learn, you can also learn that opening outstanding is always deducted and closing outstanding is always added. But I don't suggest my students to learn that, because if you understand the concept very easily, so you can answer that very prompt. You don't need to learn this. Okay. But if you are not able to understand the concept, then there would be my suggestion to learn this. Okay. Then next adjustment, rupees 25,000 was received in advance in 2022 itself. So if the amount is received in 2022, obviously this won't be included in my 1 lakh. This is not included in my 1 lakh because it was received in the previous year. But they have mentioned that it pertains to what year? It pertains to 2023. So this is my income for 2023 itself. So what I will do, I will add this figure. What I will add? Opening advance fees, which was received in 2022, but it pertains to 2023. So I will add that figure. That figure was, I think, 25,000. So that is the third adjustment. And the last adjustment, I have received 15,000 in advance in 2023. That means this 15,000 is included in this calculation of 1 lakh. This is included in 1 lakh. And they are saying it was received in advance in year 2023. However, it pertains to the next year, the following year, 2024. So obviously, if it belongs to following year, they should not be included in my 1 lakh. So what I will do, I will deduct the closing advance received, which is received in 2023, but it belongs to what year? 2024. So that amount would be 15,000 rupees. It will be deducted. So what my net amount, which should be recognized as a revenue? That is my answer. Revenue for 2023 should be 1 lakh minus 10,000 plus 40 plus 25 minus 15. Everyone, tell me the answer. So it would be rupees 1 lakh 40,000. That is the fees of year 2023. Okay, let us go through each adjustment once again, so you will have a more clarity. So what was my first adjustment? First adjustment was the fees given, that is total 1 lakh rupees. So we have started our question with this point, that is 1 lakh rupees is the fees received in 2023. Now what we done in the second part, out of the total received, 10,000 was due in 2022 but received in 2023. So as this 10,000 does not belong to 2023, I have reduced it. I have done a minus with it. So second point is deducted. Why it is deducted? Because it pertains to 2022 and not 2023. Now let's go to the third one. Third one says rupees 40,000 is yet due to be received for year 2023. So obviously it is not yet received in 2023. It will be received in the next year 2024. However, it belongs to 2023. That's why I have included it into the current year revenue. So I have added here. Okay, that is the second adjustment. Now going to the third one. Sorry, fourth one. 25,000 was received in 2022 itself. So obviously this is not included here in 1 lakh rupees. It is not included in 1 lakh rupees, but it pertains to what? 2023. So if it pertains to 2023, which was received in advance earlier, so obviously this is not included in my 1 lakh. So now I will include it into my books of accounts because the fees was for the 2023. That is the reason 25,000 is added in the current year. Okay. And at the end, last part, 15,000 was received in advance for in year 2023, but it pertains to 2024. So if it is 15,000 is included in this 1 lakh rupees, what I will do? I will deduct it because it is not for my current year. This is for the next year, that is 2024. These are the 4 adjustments which I done. In short, if I tell you what I have done, the opening outstanding needs to be deducted. The closing outstanding needs to be added. Okay. Then opening advance needs to be added and the closing advance needs to be deducted. This is the whole adjustment I have done for the accrual. This is accrual of revenue. Is accrual of revenue. Opening outstanding deducted, closing outstanding added, then opening advance added because it was for the current year, and closing advance minus because it will be for the next year. That is the whole adjustment which I have done till now. Any doubt, anyone? Can I give you one more question and you will try? Yes? Okay, write it down. A gym was calculating its revenue for year 2020. I am now changing the years just to make you feel comfortable with respect to different years. Okay. Question may be in any year, maybe 2023, 24, 25, or maybe previous years. So just take it 2020. What we are doing? We are calculating the revenue for year 2020. Okay. What information is given? First information, total membership fees received in year 2020 rupees 1,50,000. Total membership fees received in year 2020 is rupees 1,50,000. Now the adjustments. Rupees 40,000 was due rupees 40,000 was due in current year, but not yet received. Rupees 30,000 was due in previous year, but received in current year, but received in current year. Fourth, rupees 20,000 was received in advance in current year but belongs to 2021. And last, rupees 10,000 was received in previous year but belongs to current year. CY means current year. If I have written somewhere PY, that is equals to previous year, and your CY is equals to current year. Okay, try everyone. Now I am giving you just 2 minutes to solve this. Give me your answers. Sir, is this the method for accrual basis accounting? Yes, dear. This is the method for accrual basis accounting. Yes, guys, done. Okay, many answers have come. That is 1,50,000. Some are saying 170. No, let me check. देखते हैं. चलो. What information is given? Total membership fees received is 1,50,000. That is the starting point. Okay. Now I'm not doing it fair, but just understand it is 1,50,000. 40,000 was due in the current year, but not yet received. So obviously, if it is not received, it would not be included in the 1,50,000. So I will add this. And what I will call it, this will be current year outstanding. This will be current year outstanding. Just check what I've written for current year outstanding. So current year outstanding needs to be added. So that is why it is added. How I got to know that it is current year outstanding? Because it is mentioned it is due in the current year, but not yet received. So not yet received mean it is outstanding, and current year means it is current year. So it is the current year outstanding. That is why I have to add it. Now we have next 30,000 was received in previous year. So when previous year said, it means it is a opening figure. Opening figure. It was due in the previous year, but received in the current year. So it was the opening outstanding which I have received in the current year. This does not belong to the current year. So I will deduct this minus 30,000. So 30,000 will be deducted from it. Okay. Next, rupees 20,000 was received in advance in the current year. So this is closing. That is closing advance. Yeah, I would say current year advance, which is received. Does it belongs to current year? No, it belongs to the next year, which is 2021. So I will deduct this 20,000. Okay, this is my closing advance. And then we have 10,000, which was received in the previous year, but belongs to the current year. So obviously this will not be included in the original figure of 1,50,000. So that is the reason what I will do. I will add this separately because it belongs to the current year. So what is this? This is the opening advance. I have added this. So now nothing. I have to do the total. My answer would be 1,50,000 itself. You 1,50,000 plus 40 minus 30 minus 20 plus 10. That will give me again 1,50,000. That is the correct answer. Okay. Is everyone comfortable with this? How to make the accruals? Now, if anybody asks you what is the fees as per the accrual method, answer is 1,50,000. What is the fees as per the cash method? The answer is 1,50,000. Coincidentally, these two are matching. But in the previous question, if you have seen it carefully, the fees as per the cash method was 1 lakh, which was received actually. But as per the accrual method, it was 1,40,000. Okay. That is how we can find it out, which method we need to apply and what amount we need to consider. Now, coming back to your module where it says the conversion of cash basis of accounting into accrual basis. So for that, what we need to do, whenever there is such an adjustments where we have to convert the cash basis into accrual basis, so we will need some accounts which are called the accrued income account or the prepaid expenses account, because obviously there are some expenses which we also pay in advance. Then we have to adjust that. And then we have P&L adjustment account and income received in advance. Okay, so we prepare the P&L adjustment account to get the correct effect of every profit and loss. So if there is a profit and loss on the above adjustment, so P&L loss adjustment account would be adjusted from the capital account. So what is mentioned, I'm not understanding it clearly. Let us do one example and then we can discuss about it. Okay. I am giving you one more example. Logically, you can solve it easily, but for the journal entries, you need to understand something. For example, total fees received. It is rupees 10,000. Okay. Just simple example I am taking. Total fees received, that is rupees 10,000. Fees due but not received. It is rupees 2,000. So very simple question. What is income as per cash basis and what is income as per accrual basis? Come on, everyone. What is income as per cash basis? What is income as per accrual basis? Find out. So cash basis means whatever is received. So for as per the cash basis, it is rupees 10,000. Yes or no? And as per the accrual, the 10,000 which is received, that is obviously for the current year. But the fees which is not received, but it should be received because it pertains to the current year only. So this will be included. 10,000 plus 2,000, that would be 12,000 rupees. So this is the case which is given. Now in the books of accounts, whenever you will receive this 10,000, what journal entry you will pass? For this 10,000, what is the journal entry which you will pass? So if we receive the cash, it will be cash will come in, cash account debit to revenue account, which is your sales account. Okay, this is the journal entry which you will pass. Now assume there is no other expenses. So whole revenue which you have received, that is your profit. That is your profit. So at the year end, this profit ultimately goes to which account? This will go to the owner, and owner has what account? The capital account. Then what we will do? We will this revenue account. Okay, revenue account will be debited at the year end. What we will do? We will close our books and our revenue account will be debited by 10,000 and it will go to the profit and loss account. So this is nothing but your profit. Okay, let's assume we have 10,000 rupees of income and there is no expenses. So this whole 10,000 is my profit only. And what this profit will, where this profit will go? This profit and loss account will be debited. We will transfer this profit of rupees 10,000 to the capital account of the owner. This is the typical example of cash basis. I have used the accounting principles and I have done the journal entries all as per the cash basis. Now we will see if we are following the accrual system of accounting. So where this difference of 2,000 will come from? Where this 2,000 rupees will go? So for that, we will prepare an account as shown in this example. So you will have an accrued income account. This income is nothing but the income you should have been received, but not yet received. Okay, so there will be some customers from whom you need to receive some amount, but you haven't received yet. So for that, what you need to do? For that, we need to use one account called profit and loss adjustment account. How profit and loss adjustment account will be used? Let's see that. So whatever income you has accrued, that is 2,000 rupees. That 2,000 will not be transferred directly to the profit and loss account, but it will go to the profit and loss adjustment account. So accrued income, that is your asset, because you will receive this in future. This is your asset. Okay, this you will receive in future, and this will go to your profit and loss adjustment account. Profit and loss adjustment account will shift these 2000 rupees to your capital account. This will shift the profit of rupees to your capital account. That is a result of conversion from cash basis to the accrual basis. That is the journal entry which we need to do extra for the accruals. Am I clear, everyone? Any doubts? Now let's do one example for the expenses. Let's do one example for expenses. So write down, everyone. The example is rent paid for year 2023 and 2024, rupees 2 lakh. 2 lakh is the amount of rent which is paid for how much period? For the 2 years, 2023 and 2024. When the rent is paid, it is paid on 1st of January 2023. 1st of January 2023. So let's assume this is your timeline. We will start by 1st of January 2023. Then we will have one year end at 31st of December 23, and then we will have another year end at 31st of December 24. Okay, how much is the rent I have paid? That is 2 lakh rupees. So I will write here paid rupees 2 lakhs. Now this 2 lakh is for this whole year and this year. Obviously, if I assume that the rent is same for both the years, so it will be 1 lakh for the year 2023 and 1 lakh for the year 2024. Are you getting this point? Is everyone here with me till this point? Yes, sir. Okay. Now, what will be the journal entries for this? If they have asked you what are the journal entries for this, how you will do the accounting of this of this situation. So now what I will do, if I have paid 2 lakh rupees, so my cash will go out on 1st of January itself. So let's do the journal entry for that. On 1st of January 2023, I am paying something for my rent. Rent expense account debited with rupees 2 lakh to cash account, because cash is going out. I have paid 2 lakhs. So the second effect is correct. Cash is going out, that should be credited. So that is correct. Okay, I understood that. But with regard to the first adjustment, I have done. I have debited the rent expense account. Has the expense incurred till date? Answer is no. When the expense will be incurred, it will be incurred for the whole year. For the whole year in 2023, it will incur at 31st of December 2023, and then for the next year, it will incur in 31st of December 2024. So can I say that whatever the rent is paid here, this is paid in advance? Yes or no? If I take a car, I will do some down payment. I will give some advance payment so that they can start with the procedure of selling the car. That is an advance payment. And whenever you give the balance payment, you adjust that advance amount from the balance payment. Answer is yes. That I understood. So if I made this advance payment, should I book the expense on the day one? Is it incurring on the day one? Answer is no. It is incurring throughout the year from 1st of January up till 31st of December. And how much it is being incurred? It is incurred only 1 lakh rupees. So the benefits have been received or yet to be received. The answer is the benefits from this building is yet to be received. The rent is paid for the ahead period. The benefits are yet to be received. So this is an asset. This is an asset. This is not an expense. That is the reason I will not use the rent expense account here. What I will use, just see it. I will use the prepaid rent account because it is not the expense as on date. This is the asset I have paid in advance. Benefit I will get in future. So whenever I will get that benefit, I will book the expense. Whenever I will get that benefit as per the accrual concept, I will book that as an expense. So when I am getting the benefit, the first year will end at 31st of December 2023. Okay, so we are now at this point of time. We are at this point of time. So the 1 year has been passed. I have used the building for 1 year. 1 year rent was rupees 1 lakh. So now what I will do, my this asset, this was for 2 lakh rupees, but 1 lakh is used. So what I will do, I will do the rent account debited with rupees 1 lakh. 2, my asset will get reduced. That is prepaid rent account 1 lakh. That is the expense of my asset. My asset is being expensed off. Why it is expensed off? Because 1 year is now over. That benefit have been received. Now I can expense off that balance amount of 1 lakh. Now, still my prepaid account was earlier debited by 2 lakh. So I have an asset of 2 lakh rupees. Now I have credited the prepaid rent of 1 lakh. So the balance 1 lakh is still remaining. When that will be expensed off? The answer is it will be expensed off when the benefits will received. So as per this timeline, I will receive the benefit in the next year. So if I'm closing my books of accounts at 31st of December 2023, this 1 lakh will remain as an asset in my balance sheet. This 1 lakh will be remaining as an asset in my balance sheet. But when I close my books of accounts in 31st of December 2024, so I will do a journal entry that now I have received all the benefit out of this building. All the benefit has been received. So now I can book that expense, that is rent account debit to prepaid rent account. 1 lakh rupees and 1 lakh rupees. So now if you see, the prepaid account was earlier debited by 1 lakh, one time benefit received, then we have credited it by 1 lakh, and another time the benefit received, we have credited it again by 1 lakh. Now this account is closed because the rent for the 2 years has been uh, accrued over a period of time. So this rent expense has been booked in 2023 as per the process which we wanted, and this rent has been booked in the year 2024 for which it relates to. Now my whole accounting treatment is correct. The cash was gone on the day one, so that is the reason the cash is still going out on the day one itself, that is 1st of January 2023. So that is the whole accounting which we have done. We have created a prepaid and then we have released that prepaid. So that is called a prepaid release. That is called prepaid release, because if I have paid in advance for something that needs to be adjusted in future, that needs to be released in future, and this is the released entry. So this I will show you. This is creation of prepaid, and this is release. I would say prepaid release. This is the prepaid release account. So this is how we create the prepaid accounts and we close this prepaid account. Am I clear, everyone? Any doubt? Any doubt? Okay, great. So that's it for today. In the next lecture, we are going to learn something more interesting with respect to your leisure accounts, with respect to your trial balance, with respect to your balance sheet and your profit and loss account. So do not miss that class. That would be the very, very important class for you guys. Okay, see you then. Bye bye. All of you. Take care.